Welcome to a world where nothing is quite as it seems. Welcome to Fake Britain. It's just an ordinary house. It could be anywhere in the country, but this is a house that's filled with fakes, and you may not know it, but your home could be full of them too. During the series, we'll be investigating the criminals trying to get their hands on your cash by using forgeries, frauds and fakery. And I'll be showing you how you can avoid being taken for a ride. We are a nation of dog lovers. In the UK, there are 8 million of these. They're not all French Bulldogs, obviously, but a popular breed, such as this is right now, will cost you over £1,000. And the fakers know it. And that's why they're illegally importing puppies into the UK with fake pet passports. So the question is, do you know where your puppy came from? The port of Dover is the busiest ferry port in the world, with over 2 million lorries and nearly 3 million cars passing through each year. Many of the vehicles from Europe are carrying dogs. To get a European dog into Britain without it being quarantined to check for potentially lethal diseases like rabies, the animals have to satisfy the rules of the pet travel scheme.
We're doing spot checks basically on vehicles that are coming in from Europe with pets. All pets travelling in Europe should have pets passports.
European dogs should be microchipped before being brought into Britain. They're scanned and checked against their pet passport details, which also carry proof of their rabies vaccination. These European dogs can now legally enter Britain, but scratch beneath the surface and there is a problem. The fakers know that pedigree pups come at a premium in Britain. And in the last year, there's been a 300% increase in illegally imported pets being seized at ports across the country.
Whatever system is in place, you'll always find someone who's tried to get around the regulations.
Dogs have to be at least 12 weeks old for their vaccinations to be effective, and then to be let into the country. But some of the smugglers are faking pet passports to get them in.
Quite often, we will see animals presented to us where the date of birth is clearly wrong. If that date of birth is fake, what else in the passport could be fake?
Sharon Edwards is an animal health inspector at Heathrow Animal Reception Centre. She deals with animal imports on a daily basis. She's under no illusions why the smugglers would fake the age of a puppy.
Fake information is being put into these passports to make these animals look older when they're not, so they look compliant with our regulations, and it all comes down to a financial gain. It's easier to get money for a cute little puppy than an older one.
The fakers know that young pups are far more profitable than old dogs, but by simply faking a date of birth, the smugglers could end up literally making a killing.
Rabies is an awful disease. It attacks your central nervous system. Somebody, I believe, died this year in the UK, having received a bite from outside of the UK. If you vaccinate a puppy at too young an age, that rabies vaccine might not be effective and might not work. They could be coming in, they could be incubating the rabies virus, and yes, it could lead to a rabies outbreak.
Left untreated, rabies can be fatal for unvaccinated humans. But it's not just rabies we need to worry about.
There's a tapeworm, and it can be fatal if passed on to humans. It can stay dormant for up to 10 to 15 years, I believe, and then it causes cysts in your liver.
Illegally imported dogs have to be quarantined immediately. Dale Groves and his wife Lorraine run Bayton Lodge quarantine kennels in Warwickshire. They've recently taken delivery of an underage stowaway from Europe who came through Dover Port in a handbag.
This is Kiss, and he came in illegally from Lithuania.
The fakers have put this puppy through hell to get him into Britain.
To be truthful, he's lucky to be alive because he's done a 40-hour trip. He's had antibiotics and he's been on rescue remedy and he's on puppy milk. Hopefully he'll survive now. It was touch and go.
There's no puppy love here. The smugglers are pursuing hard profit.
They can buy these puppies in Lithuania for probably €50, even less. The price of these dogs in England would probably be anything from £600 to £800 for a little miniature pinscher.
While the dog's passport says he's 6 weeks old, his tiny frame gives the game away.
The information with his date of birth is completely fake. I can't believe he is 6 weeks old. He's only the size of the booklet himself. And he's so light, he can stand on the booklet. The booklet is supporting him.
Genuine pet passports should contain an official vet stamp verifying the animal's vaccination. But here the smugglers have taken a rather less sophisticated approach.
The faking goes on with the people that are bringing these puppies in are filling them in themselves. There's no official stamp. It could be anybody who wrote this in. Anyone could have wrote that.
Luckily, Kiss doesn't have rabies and he's getting bigger by the day. He doesn't fit on that passport anymore. Coming up, we'll see how the fakers aren't just putting puppies through hell, they're also traumatising the pet lovers who unwittingly fall in love with them.
Gutted.
Just couldn't believe what I was hearing.
Now, earlier we heard the sorry tale of animal smugglers faking pet passports to illegally import puppies into the country. Sharon Edwards from Heathrow Animal Reception Centre is on the front line dealing with the problem. Today a call has come in that could spell disaster for the proud new owner of one young pup.
We're going to northeast London because we think there might be an illegally imported French Bulldog puppy. And these people have purchased this animal, so we believe them to be an innocent victim.
Time is of the essence. If the dog does carry rabies, it mustn't be allowed to spread.
We don't want to have rabies here in the UK. And a lot of people buy puppies or say, oh, it's only a puppy, it can't have rabies. But earlier this year, there was a puppy that was 12 weeks old that did die of rabies on the continent. Okay, Mr. Didham.
Sharon's greeted by Jay Didham, the concerned owner of Lenny, a lively French Bulldog puppy. It's a breed the fakers know is highly sought after in the UK.
I've had quite a problem, I'll admit to you, with French Bulldogs. Other than eating my chip reader.
Sharon scans the puppy to check its microchip against the number written in the passport. It quickly becomes clear that the age is wrong.
She's not the age that they say she is.
She's younger.
Yeah.
And other crucial information in this female French Bulldog's pet passport has been faked.
It's actually got Mal Bulldog written in there.
Even if this was her passport, the data sheet for this rabies vaccine says that it's not effective until the animals are 3 months old. And then she's been vaccinated when she's only a month old.
Which she shouldn't have.
And she shouldn't have been. Kit's got false information. This,
I think that's a false passport then, is what you're saying.
well, this has been gone over in pen. This looks like it's been changed.
With a murky medical history, there are no guarantees that Lenny doesn't have rabies. Sharon has no choice but to take her into quarantine for 21 days.
I'll put the blanket in the box so that she's comfortable. And then I'll take the bed with me. She'll have that in her kennel, her bed and her toys.
Sharon does everything she can for Lenny, but it doesn't stop her owner being concerned.
I'm just more worried about her, to be honest.
She will be
I'm so
fine.
attached to her. Gutted. I suppose it's with everyone that you buy things off of. They seem genuine at the time, don't they?
Before Jay and Lenny can be reunited, there'll be an anxious wait to see if she's carrying any diseases.
It's never a nice job. You know, I don't enjoy going and entertaining people's puppies from them.
On closer inspection of the pet passport, it's clear that, tough as it was, Sharon's made the right decision. There's a baffling array of fakery going on in this document.
The bits that have been altered are the species, the breed of dog, the sex of dog, the date of birth, the colour in its coat, and the date of microchipping and the place where the microchip is. These all look like they've been altered. It's a fake passport.
And Lenny's case isn't an isolated one. The fakers are duping dog lovers right across the country. Nicola Glavin from Surrey paid a pet shop £750 for what she thought was the perfect Irish miniature dachshund. But she learned the hard way that you can't always believe the tales that you're told about your new puppy.
I said, "Are you sure he's from Northern Ireland?" She assured me he was. So my husband actually ended up calling him Frankie Flanagan.
But Nicola was about to realise that Frankie's roots were more Eastern European than Emerald Isle.
A week later, I had Animal Trading Standards Unit for Surrey knock at my door, only to tell me that he was actually from Slovakia. And I just couldn't believe what I was hearing. It was mad.
More worrying than Frankie's fake heritage was his untraceable medical history. And that raised concerns about the health impact on her son.
My son actually has cystic fibrosis. So I wouldn't have brought a dog from Eastern Europe in case it had disease, bringing it in my house, because it could put Jonathan's life at risk, and it could have made him very ill and put him in hospital.
Nicola eventually recovered the dog's original Slovakian pet passport, which, surprise, surprise, contained fake information.
I mean, some of it's crossed out, the 5th of the 1st of 12, and then it says the 14th of the 12th of 11. I think a lot of it is false. It's appalling. Absolutely appalling. You know, anyone can get away with selling a dog under false pretences, really.
The only option left was to quarantine Frankie.
The initial thing that entered my mind was, we're never going to see him again. They're going to take him away. Who knows, they could possibly put him down because of the risk of rabies.
To be told that he had to be taken away was shocking, really. Shocking.
After an agonising wait, both Frankie and Lenny have been given clean bills of health and reunited with their owners. But Kiss, the miniature pinscher, remains homeless. A cautionary tale to anyone thinking about buying a dog.
Be careful where you buy your puppies from. Always go to a good breeder, which will show you the mum, the puppies, the dad, and have a pedigree.
That's all from Fake Britain. Bye-bye.